a great and powerful providential moment happened for me around the writing of the music to What Offering Shall We Give. I was in seminary and I was taking my Old Testament course, and it was the first part of the Old Testament, so we were reading through the Pentateuch at the time, and I had just come off the heels of reading the book of Leviticus. And it was really the first time that I'd read that book that it had meant something to me. I just sort of passed by it every time I'd read it before, just all the thickness of the laws and just the detail seemed superfluous and like I couldn't apply it to myself. But for the first time, Leviticus grabbed me as the whole concept of the sacrificial system pointed out toward Jesus, and it gave me a whole new perspective on what it means for Jesus to be our sacrifice. Now, imagine reading Leviticus, and in fact, I might challenge you to do it. Read Leviticus, and then grab a hold of that hymn by Isaac Watts called What Offering Shall We Give? You will gain an incredibly powerful perspective on what was going on in his mind as he set it to music. What was particularly gripping to me about the hymn was the second verse. In faith I lay my hand upon his head divine. Now, that imagery would have totally been lost to me had I not been just reading Leviticus and reading about the sacrifices that they would offer. But before they'd offer the sacrifice, the people would lay their hands on the head of the animal as if to say, the sin that is in me I'm now imputing, and I render it unto this animal, so that as it is killed and slaughtered, my sin too is finding its pure sacrifice made by blood. Now, as I import that concept via Isaac Watts over to Jesus, it was really heartbreaking as I read that, and I said, I need for us to sing this. I need to sing this. And I need for us to grab this hymn and give it back to the church. So I felt as though what was necessary was a simple, humble setting. I mean, some people will look at this track on our album, and because it's just voice and guitar, they'll really view it as a throwaway type of track. But I was very intentional. I didn't want it to be dressed up in a lot of stylistically sophisticated musicality. I wanted it to be simple and plain, because that's what the song is. It's a humble, simple song expressed almost as from one individual to God about our need and about the sacrifice that is met for us personally in Jesus Christ.